Unitree's landmark 2026 IPO. In August 2026, the world of robotics is holding its breath. Unitree, China's robot unicorn, is going public in a landmark $6.2 billion IPO. For years, we've been mesmerized by videos of their robots performing incredible acrobatic feats. But this IPO isn't about engineering prowess anymore. It marks the moment the conversation shifts from, can they build it, to a much harder question the stock market is about to ask, can they actually make money? Let's be clear, the era of viral robot videos is officially over. With this IPO, the game has fundamentally changed. For the past decade, the entire industry has been focused on one question. Can we build a humanoid robot that is agile, capable, and not astronomically expensive? Unitree has answered that with a resounding yes. But their $6.2 billion valuation forces a new, much more difficult question into the spotlight. Can you build a scalable, profitable business around it? This is the pivot from demo to dividend. To understand the significance, you first have to look at the speed. Most tech companies wait years in an IPO queue. Unitree was approved in just 104 days, a new record for Shanghai's demanding star market. This wasn't just good paperwork. It was a deliberate, strategic signal from Beijing. They view humanoid robotics as a critical hard tech industry, on par with semiconductors. This state-sponsored tailwind provides an incredible launchpad, but it also paints a target on their back for international regulators. The financial figures in the prospectus are frankly breathtaking. Revenue skyrocketed 335%, and adjusted profits grew eightfold to 600 million yuan. This was driven by selling to research labs and niche industrial clients who pay a premium. But here is the multi-billion-dollar question for investors. What happens when you go from selling a few thousand units to a few 100,000? Mass manufacturing is a brutal business. Suddenly, the cost of every screw, every faulty sensor, and every customer support call can crush those beautiful early-stage margins. So, how does Unitree plan to defend its valuation against the coming margin compression? Their IPO filing gives us the blueprint. Look at where the money is going. Almost half of the $620 million they're raising, a massive 2 billion yuan, is being poured directly into AI model research. This is a deliberate, strategic pivot. Unitree is telling the world they are no longer a hardware company that uses AI, but an AI company that happens to build its own hardware. They believe the body is becoming a commodity. The brain is where the real value lies. Of course, a big AI budget means nothing if the hardware can't compete on the world stage. Any doubts about Unitree's quality were silenced in mid-2026. NVIDIA, the undisputed king of AI, handpicked Unitree's hardware for its official robotics reference platform. This is a massive stamp of approval. It's not just a partnership. It means that top-tier research institutions like Stanford and ETH Zurich are now developing their own breakthroughs on Unitree's platform. It proves their robots are not a cheap knockoff, but a world-class foundation for global innovation. But there is a geopolitical elephant in the room. A $6.2 billion valuation isn't built on sales in China alone. It's predicated on global domination, especially in the high-value US and European markets. Unitree's own prospectus admits this is their biggest risk. As a Chinese AI champion, they are a prime target for future tariffs, data security blacklists, or export controls on the advanced chips they need. This one issue could force the company to pivot from a global ambition to a regional one, drastically altering its financial trajectory. Unitree is not operating in a vacuum. This IPO fires the starting gun on a new global arms race. For the first time, rivals like Figure AI and Tesla's Optimus team have a public benchmark for what a mass-produced humanoid should cost. Unitree has effectively established the China price for robots. This forces every competitor to make a hard choice. Either you find a way to compete on manufacturing efficiency, a game China almost always wins, or you must build an AI brain so far ahead that the hardware becomes an afterthought. For anyone tracking this stock, the story is complex. So, here are 3 concrete signals to watch over the next 18 months. First, follow the money. Scrutinize their quarterly reports to see if that 48% of IPO cash is hiring AI PhDs, not just building more factory floor space. Second, look for news about their supply chain. Are they diversifying away from single-source Japanese sensors or US-designed chips? Finally, ignore the flashy demos. The first sign of real profitability will be an announcement that they're targeting a specific industry like elder care, where the robot's ROI is undeniable. So we end where we began, with a simple but profound question. As the confetti settles on this historic IPO, which path will Unitree take? Will it become the DJI of humanoid robotics, a company that leverages hardware to build a dominant, high-margin global software platform? Or will it become the Xiaomi of robots, a massively successful, high-volume hardware maker, forever locked in a brutal, low-margin price war? This IPO isn't the victory lap. It's the starting gun for a race that will define the future of labor, and we are all here to watch it unfold.